Hello friends, welcome to your video on channel. Today we are going to discuss about candlesticks and psychology, and our topics will be how candlestick psychology works and how to control it in live market. We will be discussing both of these topics with practical examples. So friends, let's get started. Before we start, please read the disclaimer, it is very important. So friends, we are in the first topic, how candlestick psychology works, and I will be explaining this topic with a very good example, very practical example. Assume that there is a very renowned fruit market and it is the night time, and at that time one farmer arrived on the market to sell his fruits. When the farmer arrived at the market and looked into the board, he found that the listing closing price is 120 rupees. Means the market has been closed on 120 rupees. So he approached to one of the fruit market seller or fruit shop owner and asked him that I want to sell my fruit at the closing price. But at that time, the shopkeeper have replied that I have an offer of 100 rupees. I cannot buy your fruit on close price. I'll give you an offer of 100 rupees. The farmer got quite surprised and he asked the shopkeeper that why I'll give you my fruits in 100 rupees per kg, whereas the close price which is listed over here is 120 rupees. Then the shopkeeper answered that you have come to the market just now and seeing that the close price is 120 rupees. But do you know that the market have opened in 80 rupees per kg and maybe tomorrow it will open even lower from that, means even lower than 80 rupees. Then why I will buy your fruit at 120 rupees? Even if I bought those fruits in 100 rupees, there will be a risk for me. So the farmer has given some thought on that discussion and ultimately he decided to sell all his fruits in 100 rupees. When he was about to finalize the deal, one of his friends come into the market. The farmer's friend asked the farmer that what you are doing. The farmer have told all the historical prices and historical thing, like the market was closed at 120 rupees. I want to sell it on 120 rupees. But the shopkeeper told me that it have opened on 80 rupees. So he cannot buy my fruits at 120 rupees and he want to buy it from me in 100 rupees. So I am going to sell all my fruits at 100 rupees. Then suddenly his friend told that does not have the seller told you that the high price which have been made on yesterday's market was 150 rupees? After hearing this point from the friend, the farmer got even confused. He had told his friend that the seller have not told him the point, that the high price point was at 150 rupees. And now the farmer is feeling some greed. Means before this time, the 100 rupees price seems to be very attractive because it was above the open price. But now after seeing the high price, suddenly the same 100 rupees has become unattractive. Now when the farmer chased the shopkeeper that you have not told me that high price was 150 rupees and you want to buy it from me in 100 rupees price, why I will sell you at 100 rupees? My friend have told me that the high price was 150 rupees. Then the shopkeeper again replied that your friend have told you that the high price was 150 rupees. But does she told you that the low price which was made on yesterday's market was 50 rupees per kg? And if tomorrow market opens below 80 rupees, the low price may drop down to 40 or 30 rupees. So whatever price I am offering at 100 rupees is justified. Now after seeing this data point, the farmer again got very confused. Because suddenly the 100 rupees price which was getting very unattractive at that moment, suddenly it got attractive again because he have seen the low price or the lowest possible price for tomorrow's market. So friends, in the stock market, whenever you try to buy or sell some share, this kind of confusion keeps up into your mind time by time. And this is absolutely natural. The up down of the candlesticks or up down in the price of stock is having a very deep impact on our mindset. And this kind of mental up-down is called psychological curve of traders, which prevents you from taking right decision at right time by creating confusion. This type of live up-down create a confusion in your mind, which in turn prevent you from taking right decision, and 90% of the trader make wrong decisions because of this confusion. And right now in the second topic, I will share you some tips to avoid this type of confusion in live market. So friends, here we are in the second topic, how to control it in live market. Means how to control the confusion in the live market and go steady with your trading psychology. So friends, the first point, mind it, the price itself does not become attractive or unattractive. It's relative to the reference point you choose to compare the price with. That means whatever you choose, whatever reference point you choose in the live market is having a significant impact on your analysis. So it is very much important to know that whether you are comparing the price or the current market price with high price, low price, closing price or opening price. So you have to choose your reference point very wisely. And that's so the second point. Always select proper time frame for analysis and trading. You cannot just select any time frame for any type of analysis or trading. Depending on your style of trading, you have to choose the proper time frame. Do not take trading decision by seeing running candle. You must not take any kind of decision when candle is running, it is not closed. Always wait for the candle to close before you take any decision. Always analyze the full candle, OHLC means open, high, low, close, before taking any decision. The same thing friends, you have to wait patiently to get the candle closed, and after that when you will be getting OHLC value means open, high, low, close value, then only after analyzing the full candle you have to make your own decision. And the last point, take reference from indices and sectors to make correct decision. That means friends, analyzing solely on the stock is not going to work. Alongside the stock, you also have to analyze the indices and sector of the stock to take a correct and wise decision. So you have to take your reference point from all three things, means from indices, from sectors and from stocks. And after combining all these three things, you will be able to make a correct decision. So friends, if you like the content of this video, then please like this video on YouTube, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you get instant notification about our upcoming videos. And also if you need any kind of live market guidance, you may join our Telegram channel, and in discussion board you may post your question and queries. We will be trying to answer your question and queries as soon as possible. This is absolutely free service. There is no charges for this service. You will get our Telegram channel link below this video and in the description of this video. So friends, that's all for this video. We will surely meet in our next educational video.